It is time now for your Wink Wake Up. It's all you need to know before you go. A father facing first-degree murder charges was just booked into jail after allegedly throwing his 5-year-old daughter off of a bridge.
St. Petersburg police say this girl passed away just a few hours ago despite their best efforts to perform CPR. Officers say they were trying to stop a speeding car around midnight. This is how it all started. And they pulled the driver over and then saw him get out of the car and throw the girl off one of the approaches to the Sunshine Skyway. Manatee County officials then stopped the father a short time later. He's already been booked into the jail. We expect the St. Petersburg Police Department will be releasing more details coming up at 8 a.m. They're planning a news conference for then. You can count on Wink News to bring you those updates when we're on WXCW. The other top story of this Thursday morning is a deadly police officer shooting in Paris. France's security leader says one other person was also severely injured.
This happened in the suburbs of Paris overnight. Leaders are not yet tying the shooting to Wednesday's terror attack at the Charlie Hebdo magazine.
French police are in the process right now of searching for two brothers that are allegedly responsible. A huge manhunt is underway. And overnight they did arrest 7 people who are connected to these suspects. They're saying that the suspects shot and killed 12 people at the newspaper headquarters and should be considered armed and dangerous. Overall, there were 3 people who took part in the Wednesday terror attack, and overnight the 18-year-old suspect, the youngest of the group, turned himself in.
The French have always been considered a legitimate Western target.
French police say the 2 suspects may have ties to al-Qaeda. This morning, France is at its highest security level as the country observes a national day of mourning.
Also today, hundreds of jobs on the way expected to arrive in Southwest Florida because of a new outpatient medical center.
Wink News reporter Stephanie Susskind is live in Cape Coral with our Wink Wake Up details. Good morning, Steph.
Good morning, Jen and Rob. We're at the corner of Surfside Boulevard and Veterans Memorial Parkway, and that's where a new outpatient center will be built. The groundbreaking happening in just a couple of hours today. Now, this center is really a big boost for the economy, as well as just providing more health care options for people in the area. The 27,000 square foot building is a $7 million project. It will employ more than 36 people working at this health care facility in just the first year alone, and then at least 100 people overall. So a lot of jobs coming with this, and of course a lot more services for you in the community. They'll have family practitioners here, internal medicine, as well as different radiology services. A lot of different options here. You can count on Wink News to follow this development. For now, we're live in Cape Coral. Stephanie Susskind, Wink News this morning.
Bone-chilling temperatures is what everybody's expecting from the Canadian border, really all the way down towards about Lakeland today.
Yeah, an Arctic blast has Charlotte, DeSoto, and Highlands counties under a wind chill advisory today. In the Northeast, hundreds of schools are closed for safety amid fears of frostbite. Meteorologists like Joey are saying the worst of the Arctic air is expected to move out, though, by the end of the weekend.
It is
Little comfort,
cold,
though, this morning.
Yeah,
my gosh.
Doesn't help you today. Despite a possible veto, congressional Republicans are going ahead with their effort to approve the Keystone XL pipeline.
The Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee will discuss the oil pipeline this morning. It's expected to clear the committee. The Keystone Pipeline bill has 60 sponsors, 54 Republicans and 6 Democrats. The House is expected to approve the $5 billion construction project tomorrow.
In Indonesia today, divers are trying still to recover the wreckage of AirAsia Flight 8501. They're trying to get to the tail section of the jet, which holds the black boxes. The search and rescue teams just found the tail yesterday near where the plane lost a radar contact. Flight 8501 crashed in December with 162 people on board. So far, 40 of the victims have been recovered.
Continue your Wink Wake Up. Here's what's just coming in off the Wink wires. Some good news for the Sunshine State. We'll receive nearly $6 million from the DaVita Healthcare Partners. This settlement fixes allegations that DaVita paid illegal kickbacks to get patients into its dialysis clinics. The referrals caused false claims to be sent to Florida's Medicaid system.
Florida's your home, and lawmakers want to know how to conserve it. Remember back in November when voters passed that conservation amendment? It requires the state reserve billions of tax dollars for environmental protection projects. Well, now lawmakers want to know which projects you would want to put the money to. There's a link to express your input underneath the hot link section right now of winknews.com. Now the Wink Wake Up continues at 6:50 with some of the things that can plan your day. Today you can meet a modern impressionist artist, Joyce Norwood. This event is part of the 5th Avenue South's Evening on 5th. Sheldon Fine Art is hosting Norwood this evening. It's from 6:30 to 8:30. Norwood is a contemporary artist and focuses her work on oils to capture floral, still life, and human figures.
Today, the Southwest Florida waters will be getting a little more eco-friendly. The largest artificial reef in the Western Hemisphere is set to deploy off of Marco Island. About 600 to 800 tons of pipe and concrete will be transported offshore and dropped into the Gulf of Mexico. Today's deployment ceremony starts at 10 o'clock this morning. It'll be near the Jolly Bridge. Once finished, this artificial reef will be a quarter mile by a quarter mile. It's expected to generate millions of tourism dollars for Collier County. The project is funded by a $1.3 million grant settlement from BP.
Now, Wink weather on the ones.
All right, 6:51. Let's get a look at your weather on the ones as we continue our Wink Wake Up. And what a gorgeous shot we have to share with you out of our Wink News Sanibel Harbor Marriott sky cam. Really lighting up the sky beautifully this morning with just a few high clouds, but with that mostly clear sky and a strong northerly wind this morning. Temperatures have turned chilly for us. 44 Arcadia, Sebring, 44 in Port Charlotte, 46 Punta Gorda, upper 40s in most of Lee County with some low 50s to mid 50s across Collier County. And you can see the wind strong out of the north this morning, so add on top of those cooler temperatures. And really chilly start for us here in Southwest Florida, 46 at 7 o'clock, only 50 by 9 o'clock. So a slow warm up today, and we eventually only reach the mid 60s for a high temperature this afternoon under a mostly sunny sky with that breeze continuing out of the northeast through this afternoon. That's a look at your weather. Let's head over to Therese for the road traffic.
Yeah, good morning. One last check of your roads heading out the door just before 7 o'clock, and we're still keeping an eye on this crash here in the East Naples area of Collier County. This is at Rattlesnake Hammock Road and Collier Boulevard. Busy time of day to be out on Collier Boulevard, and our speeds are hovering right around the 35-mile-per-hour mark on that northbound stretch because of this crash. Likely some onlooker delays. Sheriff's office tells us there's no actual roadblock out here, but a bicyclist was hit in this crash. They do appear to be up and walking around, so hopefully that means not much in the way of injuries, and that crash should be getting cleared up shortly. Across Fort Myers, roadway is pretty quiet right now, 4175. Getting busy along State Road 82, though, through Lehigh Acres from Sunshine over to Gunnery, heading westbound. That's your Wake News traffic. Jen and Rob, back to you.
Hot lava glass. It sounds like a dangerous mix, but in the end, it can turn into something really beautiful.
And that's what you're able to witness this weekend at a nationally recognized art show that'll teach you how to blow glass. Where's Wink now? Wink News reporter John Treeweiler live with that Wink Wake Up answer, getting some practice in. Hey, John.
Hey guys, I'm trying to stay concentrated right now. Check it out. I'm making my bead here. We're sculpting a molten hot lava glass here as we get ready for the 36th Bonita Springs National Art Festival. Check this out, guys. We've been making beads all morning, doing some glass sculpting. I think I'm actually doing pretty well here right now. But again, the big show kicks off Saturday and Sunday this weekend. As I sculpt my bead, I'll put this down here for you. Look at that bright, shiny red bead. I'll continue to spin it so it doesn't drip on my pants, which would be, of course, a bad thing. But hey, we're sculpting glass all morning. We're doing some art as we get ready for the festival. Rob, Jen, exciting for you. Hopefully, I'll have an entire collection of beads like this when we see it back out here in just a little bit. Made. Look at my bead, guys. It's beautiful.
Very, very nice. Yeah. And yes, hot lava glass on your pants, not a good thing.
Not ideal this morning.
No, you don't want that to happen.
No.
It's 6:54. We'll continue the Wink Wake Up now with what's trending on the web this morning. How about another reason to watch what you're posting online? Because it could get you fired.
People are talking about Texas A&M coach Kevin Sumlin and his decision to fire his pool boy. An A&M student saw Sumlin on the phone December 30th and tweeted, quote, "Just cleaned Sumlin's pool, saw him on the phone, hopefully, with our new defense coordinator."
Sumlin tweeted back, "You just lost your job."
Oh.
He says the decision to fire the Aggie student just came down to an invasion of privacy. Sumlin hopes it teaches young people, including his players, to take social media seriously.
Oops.
Yeah.
Not good.
You don't have to share everything.
No. All right, if you've read 50 Shades of Grey, the series, you probably already know it's not just for kids, to say the least. So naturally, the movie would not be recommended for a family outing.
And that is why the Motion Picture Association of America is giving this movie an R rating. They say there's strong sexual content, including dialogue and some unusual behavior and graphic nudity worthy of that restricted rating. 50 Shades fans wonder how the movie would be able to show the racing scenes without even being an NC-17 rating. 50 Shades of Grey will be in theaters February the 13th.
Would you have to be living under a rock to not realize that this is not a family-friendly movie?
Yeah.
Maybe so.
I'm going to opt out of that one.
You've been warned.
Yeah.
Not going to bring the new baby to 50 Shades. Good. Good dad.
Dad of the year.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll be right back.
Coming up, the latest on the manhunt for suspects in the terror attack. We report from Paris.
And security and intelligence experts join us to talk about possible al-Qaeda ties and the risk of a similar threat in our country. More real news coming up on CBS This Morning next.